I am here at Starbucks. I am doing a lunch break and taking some time to be a creative. That is what I want to share with you real quick. I'm going to share it. It's going to be a quick overview and a 30,000 foot view of what being a creative is and what that will look like, and the things that could potentially stunt or hinder or make it take longer than it should take, and on your way there. First of all, if you are a creative, you will face adversity. Anything that is a big, audacious, God-given dream, you are going to face adversity. First of all, if it is kingdom building that you are doing, you're encouraging people, you're teaching, you're mentoring, you're discipling, you're doing any of those things, you will face adversity. That was already set forth in the very beginning when the early church started its progress. So come to know that. Now look, if you feel that you get to a point and you get so disrupted, it's okay. That's what makes you a disruptor. You will learn how to pivot on the stage while the stage is turning the opposite way. That is part of being a disruptor. Look that up, Google it, look a little deeper into it by some notable people who talk about what being a creative is, and a disruptor and an outlier. You will have to face some unsurmountable things. Look at any history, any great stories of the matriarchs and patriarchs of old in the Bible, and you will see that they went through many perilous things, but it was for the testing and the good, the betterment and the growth for them to fail forward. But in order to fail forward, you just don't fail forward because you're creative and you have a dream. You fail forward because you are relentless in your pursuit. Let me give you number one. Instead of criticizing, or when you are criticizing people back, turn your criticizing into creating. So what are you saying, Eric? Don't walk around and use your verbal exploits to basically get that. Look, if a fool argues with you, for you to argue back with him makes you a bigger fool. That's an old aphorism. Just know that. And also, you don't pay evil with evil, coming from the biblical standpoint. So here's what I'm saying. Criticize by creating. Keep on creating. And your haters and naysayers, they will have their mouths shut. You hear me? People who do not want to see you advance, or you may be close to them and it challenges them to do the things that they aren't called to do, what you do is disrupt their normality. When you disrupt their normality, you are going to have things said to you. So do this. Keep creating. Just let it go. The Lord will fight on your behalf. Sometimes you may have to speak up and put some things in check, but instead of arguing, just criticize back by continuously creating, and you will find it to be holistic, you will find it to be spiritual, and you will find your momentum to go off the charts. Number two, financial. Anything that starts out needs to have financial beginnings. Look, start small. Let me tell you what I did. I didn't go out and try to fund something real big. What I did was I started with a domain. I got my domain name. I got the name that would harness and be the umbrella for all things that Eric Dar brings. Okay, as a creative, as an encourager, as a discipler, as a speaker. What you do is start small. Go ahead and build the platform, build the foundation, find out what you're to be, find out what your goal is. Remember, you can be resolute in your goal. You can also be flexible on the way there. So here's a little saying I want to give you. Be flexible in your approach, but stay resolute in your goal. If you're a speaker, don't change it and start making it something else. You could do other things and create an umbrella, but do one thing well and then go into something else and get that going. And don't be afraid to bring people along with you. Sometimes we try to do it all ourselves, and we don't understand that a great think tank and a great platform is not only bringing those along with you, you may be growing people that are around you that you don't realize are going to be an intricate part of that which you are called to do. Are you getting some value out of this today? Like it, go ahead and share it, and continue to write these things down. But financial, don't try to go and fund the whole thing. Don't go get a building for whatever that's supposed to be. Start small and understand that you don't necessarily have to go to school for these things. If you are creative and you have a dream, You may just already have the tools. You just need to find some people around you that will share wisdom with you. You will need to become a student of those things. You need to research, you need to read, you need to Google, you need to watch YouTube. YouTube's out there. Go ahead and pay for a premium account. $16.99 a month, and this is no plug-in. I'm not getting sponsored by YouTube. God knows I'm not, because my followers and my subscribers aren't even up there to be recommended that way, but it is a platform. I joined it early out. I got my domain name and I started putting up videos. I started just encouraging, because my number one gift is encouraging. I've done it in pastoring, I've done it in teaching leadership, and ultimately I found out what my true gift is. When you start tapping into what your true gift is, money will start coming in. What I mean is, people will pay you for your time, but don't think you have to learn how to become a teacher. You can be a student teacher. Do you hear me now? It's like this. What was that movie? I forgot what it was with Will Smith, but him and his son, they were like basically homeless. And he had a gift. A true story. And what he did was dressed every day for the job. He didn't wait till he got the job to start functioning as that. He was a creative. He was a dreamer. He had God-given potentials in that story. So he went to Wall Street, worked his way up. Yeah, it didn't go all as planned. He faced adversity, but he learned how to fail forward. And he did whatever it took to get there. You're going to fail more than you're going to succeed. If it was that easy, everybody would be a creative. And listen, you can read books on creativity, but if you're not a creative, it's going to be hard to learn that. It's going to be hard to get that. I think everyone has certain creative potential and something there, but just know that you're already creative naturally for the things that have been put in you by the Creator. Can you get that? Are you hearing me? Okay. Start praying on those things. Start saying, when I get around people, go ask 5 people that are close to you, people that you trust, that are going to be able to speak into your life and not hold back. Go ahead and say, hey, when you see me, what do you think I do best? What am I known as? If you had to characterize me as 1 or 2 things, what would that be? Maybe you're a good communicator, a good speaker. Maybe you're a good teacher. Maybe you get fired up when you talk about cars or motorcycles or whatever. You know, it's not just always the things that you think people make money from. Part of living up to your potential helps you realize your potential later. There is going to be a flow that comes in once you find your flow, but it starts small. So remember, criticize by creating. The financial aspect, go ahead and find out what you can do now. Get your email, get your website, get your domain name. Start finding out what you can build around it. Start small and start doing things in that area already. Do it because you're going to do it from your overflow, and you're not going to feel tired. You're going to give time to that beyond your job, etc. And eventually that thing will turn into a job. It will turn into you doing what you love and loving what you do every day. All right. And the very last thing is, understand that when you set out to do this, again, and I'm going to reiterate, you are going to face monumental restraints. And the last one I want to give you is time. Time will be the biggest indication. How do you manage your time? Do you work and then you complain about how busy you are, so you just want to cut back and do this and that? You may have to sacrifice watching TV for a while. You may have to sacrifice turning down some of those accounts and freeing up $80 a month, where you could turn that into doing other things, or just saving that money and freeing up some financial stability that will be able to be put back into that which you're being a creative with. Maybe you get something a month. Maybe you get a subscription to help you further and build that basis. But whatever you do, start now. Don't let people tell you, don't let the negativity in your head, don't let the voices in your head say that you have to wait till you finally arrive. You don't arrive by telling someone what you're called to do. You arrive when you give everything you've been created to be to the thing in which the Creator has given you to do. Look, I believe in you today. I had to get this out because I'm going through a change. I'm going through a thing that I did in order to set before the first of the year at 50 years of age what I am going to do to focus on not only new changes up and coming in my life, but also what God's telling me I'm to be and to do. He's already showed me those things. but now I'm asking Holy Spirit to hone it. And oh yeah, if God is for you, no one can be against you. Like, subscribe, and follow. Love you, and Lord bless you.